sebelum kejadian serangan Amerika Serikat ke Afghanistan.
America says this man is linked to Osama Bin Laden. Jafar Umar Thalib is the commander of the Laskar Jihad, an extremist Muslim militia force responsible for massive unrest and bloodshed in the eastern Indonesian province of Maluku. But for this, he blames America.
Demi untuk memberi angin gerakan-gerakan separatisme yang ada di daerah-daerah yang selama ini di sana ada tangan-tangan Amerika Serikat.
For a man on America's wanted list, he seems totally at ease at this press conference in the Indonesian capital, Jakarta. And no wonder, Umar Thalib's connections go right to the top, all the way to Indonesia's recently installed Vice President, Hamsa. It went almost unnoticed, but on his first day in the job, the Vice President opened his doors to the man US intelligence believes is part of the wider Al-Qaeda network. But neither that nor his record in Maluku bothers Hamsa.
Kami datang di hari pertama itu untuk menyampaikan dua pesan. Pesan pertama, kami menyatakan berlepas diri dari pelanggaran syariah Islamiyah dalam bentuk diangkatnya wanita sebagai Presiden Republik Indonesia. Pesan kedua, kami sampaikan bahwa pemerintah Indonesia sampai hari ini menutup-nutupi permasalahan yang sesungguhnya di Maluku.
The symbolism of the Vice President playing host to a man like Umar Thalib gives a stark warning to President Megawati Sukarnoputri. Hamsa leads the group which has always opposed her.
And so what's happening is I think that they're showing that, look, if you cause us any problems, you don't owe up to a deal which is share power with us. We have groups like Laskar Jihad that can cause problems for your administration.
So, I mean, it was Hamsa using it as a threat?
That's right. And I think indirectly, yes.
Privately, diplomats in Jakarta are concerned about links between Laskar Jihad and Hamsa. The president, too, is feeling the heat. On Sunday, with her vice president listening, she came out strongly opposing the bombing campaign in Afghanistan. This was a shift from her original expression of support for America's anti-terror campaign.
Darah tidak dapat dibersihkan dengan darah. Sebagai bangsa yang beradab, kita tidak menghendaki semua itu terjadi.
But events in Indonesia are moving quickly, and she is buckled under domestic pressure. Although the protests are small, there is a danger that as the bombing continues, Indonesia's very tolerant and moderate Muslims will fall into the hands of the extremists.
I think that stage has already been passed. I really believe that it's become subsumed into a broader nationalist agenda and also an innate anti-US sentiment which has existed here for many, many years.
Neil Watson is a security consultant in Jakarta.
You can see more and more non-Islamic groups getting involved in protests. You can see them making demands of the government along the lines of the Islamic groups. And Megawati is particularly, must be sensitive to this, given that her father was so stridently anti-US in the 50s and on into the 60s. Go to hell America, all the various withdrawals from the United Nations, breaking off of diplomatic relations and so on. And I mean, now there are more and more people calling for her to prove that she is her father's daughter and do the same.
But Megawati's greatest vulnerability now is political Islam. And her vice president, Hamsa, is a major power broker. He leads the PPP, the largest of the Islamic parties. Immediately after September the 11th, he said that the attack was atonement for American sins. Although he's since been silent, his party executives now continue on that theme.
Amerika Serikat yang merupakan negara yang menjunjung tinggi hak asasi manusia dan yang paling superior dalam demokrasi, ternyata negara yang tidak demokratis.
And what of US intelligence claims that Laskar Jihad is connected to Al-Qaeda? Its leader says that although he met Bin Laden once in Pakistan, he questions his religious credentials.
Saya bertemu dengan Osama Bin Laden sekali pada tahun 1987 di Peshawar. Dan saya bertemu dengan dia dalam keadaan belum berjenggot. Artinya masih mencukur jenggotnya. Jadi Osama Bin Laden bukanlah orang yang berlatar belakang ilmu agama ataupun keluarga yang militan terhadap agama.
Jafar Umar Thalib admits to fighting the Soviets in Afghanistan. The Americans say that his contact with Osama Bin Laden has continued to this day, and Laskar Jihad receives Mujahideen fighters and funding from Bin Laden's network.
Well, we've heard from credible sources that there are some Afghani Mujahideen who are fighting the Malukus, and if that's the case, then we could probably suspect, I think, circumstantially, that there's probably some support coming from Al-Qaeda going towards Laskar Jihad activities in Malukus.
But Jafar Umar Thalib ridicules the claims that Afghans ever fought in Indonesia.
Satu pun tidak ada. Dan kalau orang asing pernah seorang warga negara Amerika Serikat yang bergabung dengan kami beberapa bulan saja dan kemudian dia pergi dari Indonesia setelah visanya habis. Di sini menunjukkan memang lemahnya perangkat intelijen yang dimiliki oleh Amerika Serikat, sehingga lembaga-lembaga intelijen yang dimiliki oleh Amerika Serikat tidak mampu membedakan antara gosip dengan data intelijen.